Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly tarot horoscope for the week of, April 25th to May 1st. Now, this is for Cancer, Sun, and Rising. And if you have seen my videos in the past, you know I get really specific. I use astrology, obviously tarot, and my guides to lead the reading. Now, before I even begin, what a month, right? April has been really crazy. And it's all in a good way. It really is like the new life cycle happening for a lot of people. We're entering a new phase in just humanity in general. It's really crazy. And if you do watch my videos, you'll see that I talk about a lot of these major aspects that have happened that have a really long shelf life. Now, for you, Cancer, in particularly, I'm going to just talk about two things real quick. One, there's a lot of activity in Pisces, okay? That's your 9th house. So, first of all, this week, we have 4 planets in Pisces. We have Mars, Venus, Neptune, and Jupiter. Wow, 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 wow. That is your 9th house. It's all about mind expansion. That's all about publishing. It covers long-distance travel. You could be thinking about traveling. You could be thinking about traveling to broaden your horizons and then start a travel blog because it's publishing. You know, there's no limit to what you can do. Secondly, I'm going to talk about your 11th house real quick because there's a lot of activity in Taurus. The sun is in Taurus, Mercury went into Taurus, and oh gosh, we have that huge eclipse in Taurus this weekend, this Saturday. This is a major new moon solar eclipse. Now, these two houses are kind of intertwined because Venus is conjuncting Jupiter in Pisces, right? This weekend, and that's 3 days before Venus conjuncts Neptune in Pisces, okay? And so this is all happening around, you know, the eclipse in Taurus. So again, lots of activity in Pisces and Taurus. So that's your 9th and 11th house. Cancer, I'm very excited about your reading. Let's get started. I am not going to waste any more time. Let's get to it. I also want to mention, I typically do the Celtic Cross spread. It's the most traditional. It gives a full view. You may not see the entire spread on the screen. Let me just move it a little more. Because I do personal readings with my clients, and I use a different computer, actually. I use my, I'm using my phone now, but I use my computer because of the Zoom on it, because I do readings over Zoom. If you ever want to book a reading, you go to my website, thetarotship.com. Now, I will hold the cards up to the screen, but the most important thing is the message that comes through, Cancer. Let's see what is going on for you this week. Again, this is a very busy week. I haven't even talked about all the astrological alignments. I mean, there's conjunctions, there's trines, there's sextiles, there's so many things happening this week, but we are going to focus on what's happening for you, Cancer. Okay, according to the cards. Wow. Wow. Cancer, look at you. You pulled a Justice card. Now, this is sort of think of this as the theme of the week, all right? Now, Justice, what's really interesting, Cancers, this really has major karma connotations to it. It really means if you've been wronged, justice will be served. Now, you have to think of the other way too. If you wrong someone else, justice will be served. I do not get that message for you. I feel like, first of all, I don't think anyone's been wronged, okay? That's what the card means, but I'm not picking up that energy. What this actually means is you're looking for a little law and order in your life. You're looking for a little bit of balance. You want to cut all... I'm going to show you real quick. You can see in his hand is a sword, right? And then the other hand is a scale. So you're essentially going through your life. You're cutting out all the crap that you just want to get rid of to make your life a little bit more balanced. And if you are not doing that now, Cancer, I suggest you do it this week because there is a lot happening. Another thing I want to mention is it is a very spiritual card too, right? You can see the little white shoe poking out from under the robe. That really is just a reminder of the spiritual consequences that could happen. Remember, I said this is a big card of karma. If you do not spend time really balancing things out and making things work in your favor. Okay. It also looks like Cancer, what's going on? Some of you may have gotten new jobs. Some of you may have gotten an inheritance. Some of you fell into money or some sort of financial success. If that didn't happen, you are on the road to that. Now, Queen of Pentacles, she is the richest person in the tarot, honestly. She, along with the King of Pentacles, but the reason why I say she is because this is all about financial success and victory, and she is so giving with that, right? So you can see a lot of, I don't know if you can see that little rabbit in the corner. There's a little rabbit that represents fertility and growth. It really is just all about abundance. It's all about financial success. So some Cancers could have had some sort of windfall in the past, or there could have been something surrounding you. Maybe it was your partner who got like a raise. Maybe it was someone in your family.Maybe it was your roommate. Something that brought abundance to your life. Okay, if that did not happen, again, wait for it. There's still, like, you know, with a lot of the planetary activity that's happening, it's not like, you know, when they say like, for instance, this eclipse, a lot of people may not feel something on the day of the eclipse. There's, you know, it's think of a whatchamacallit, think of like a rope, okay? And if you look at that rope, you can say, look at that rope. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make an analogy and it makes sense in my head, but it's not coming out right. But anyway, all I'm saying is that this is going to be a week where you are going to see some growth, but make sure that you just cut out all the things you don't need in your life. Now, if you do not, you did get the Chariot. This is your card, Cancer, okay? Cancer rules the Chariot. Now, the Chariot, this is great because this is all about overcoming obstacles and moving forward. And so I'm not getting a lot of energy that there is major obstacles Cancers have gone through. Maybe there are some who have had some personal, more spiritual things, or maybe there are sometimes just maybe in the recent past, there could have been something tied with that financial success that came through, or that maybe in the works, or the seeds are being planted where it affected you in a different way is the energy I'm getting. And I'll get to that in a minute, but I want to just real quick say this actually fell in your challenge area. So it just means like you are the only one that can hold yourself back at this point. All right, Cancer? And it's so important to remember that the Justice card is all about justice, right? So it's very karmic related, and it really is just cutting everything out to make things a little bit more balanced in your favor. This is really important for you to know because it's something that you want to do this week in order to move forward, okay? Because the Chariot did come in your challenge area. This is a great card, okay? Really great, really great forward motion, good energy here. I mean, I'm point out one more thing. You can see that he's standing up, not sitting, but he's also holding the Magician's baton. He's not even holding the reins. Saying this is like on your path to your destiny, what you want to manifest. But again, remember, justice. Cut things out of your life. Now, for some Cancer, I just keep getting this energy that there's something holding you back. And that's something that you should explore. One thing about this card is that this is all about two people who are so focused on their plight, they don't see that there's support around them. They're literally outside of church. All they have to do is look up and they have all this support around them. Now, this showed up in your crown, so it is saying that you may be thinking about something that is holding you back. You may be thinking of something that could be preventing you from moving forward. So, again, like I said, spend some time cutting out the things that you don't want in your life to make room for the things that you do need in your life, which will help you move forward. Again, also, spend time thinking about the future. And if you listen, if you've seen my other videos, I say this a lot. Don't look down. Don't look to the past. Look to the future, okay? This is all about, like, listen, if they looked up, they could see the support, they could see the help that they needed, right? So don't think about the things that are holding you back in a way that makes you nervous or anxious. Think about what you can do to eliminate them to move forward, okay? I mean, it's pretty clear cut here, but, you know, there is a lot of mixed energy because there is some Cancer who is, who have had some success in the past, and, you know, they're fine. And there are some Cancers also who may have trouble getting rid of the things in their life that they don't want to move forward with. And listen, I get it. Well, I'm a pack rat. I have everything that I've ever had in my life in my apartment. But also at the same time, it could be relationships. It could be, you know, friendships. It could be really big, important decisions. And that's why you have to spend some time thinking about that, okay? Another thing is you got the Four of Cups. So deep down inside, it seems like maybe you did come into some money. Maybe you came into some sort of abundance. It wasn't really what you were expecting. This is going to resonate for some Cancer, okay? Wasn't really what you were expecting. A lot of it may be tied to, I just got the message that some of this is tied to friendships, okay? So it could have been something that was promised to you and it didn't turn out the way that you wanted, but that's only for some Cancers. The main message that is coming through is deep down inside, you may be a little bored with maybe a recent opportunity that was presented to you, or maybe something like a new job offer. You might not, it's not, let's say you got a promotion. Maybe it's not as much as you had actually asked for. Maybe you got a big raise. Maybe it's not as much as you had asked for. Maybe you, you know, maybe you are in a relationship and you're just not getting what you want out of it. And that's why it's so important to remember what you need to think about cutting from your life to move forward, because you want to be happy. You don't want to be ungrateful, right? Nobody wants to be ungrateful in this life, especially in April and May, right? April and May are astrologically two of the biggest, most positive months. So let's do that. It looks like there's a lot of you that are aware too, and you're moving forward, okay? And so this is a great card. It's funny because my website is called The Tarot Ship, and it's actually inspired by the Six of Swords. Why? Because these people are moving away from turbulent waters, from challenges, into a beautiful place, into a place that is so much better. It's just, the world is like unfurling in front of them. So that is your future. You're moving away from challenges. So that's really good, because this is all it takes is for you just to like prioritize the things that you need in your life. Think about the things that may be holding you back and just cut them. You don't have to cut them completely, but spend some time thinking about why it's important to you, if it's important to you, and if it's necessary for you to move forward with your life path, okay? Okay, great. So we're going to move on to your stuff. Now, if you are enjoying this reading, it would be great if you like and subscribe. Listen, I know that it's so... Every YouTuber asks that, but it really does help the algorithm, and I am new to the YouTube platform, so it really does help me out. Now, interesting, Cancer, interesting. We'll talk about this, all right? Eight of Swords. Now, some Cancers, you guys are in your head, all right? Let's get out of that, all right? It might be that internal conflict. Maybe, again, the theme of this week, like I said, is balance, right? It's all about balance. It's all about law and order. It's all about taking care of yourself, and that karmic energy in terms of the universe is going to give as much as you have given, all right? So if there are things where you feel like you're not comfortable moving forward, or something that is holding you back, a lot of it is something that you can solve on your own, but you may not want to. It might be a sensitive area. Again, I did say that it is, you know, it could be maybe a relationship or a friendship or whatnot, but listen, like, My advice to you is to take off the blindfold, all right? Stop it. You don't avoid it. You want to confront this because you have a lot. You're moving into a really amazing place and you don't want to, look at that. You don't want to bring your baggage into the future, okay? That's the one thing about this is like you see the swords in the boat. So it is kind of like bringing your emotional baggage. And listen, I'm not going to tell you to leave it all behind. There's some stuff that has happened to me and has scarred me. And I bring it with me every day as a reminder that I'm capable of overcoming challenges, that, you know, some of the most major significant things that have happened in my life happened for a reason, and I learn from it, and I try to use that to empower myself and to make me, you know, move forward in this lifetime and make sure that everything is positive around me and make sure that I'm making the most of it and I understand what's happening. Now, this is all up to you, okay? This is you right there with a blindfold on and you're bound by the swords, okay? This is really emotional energy, but this is really as easy as taking off that blindfold. Again, I know it's not easy to go to confront some of these bigger issues, but again, really spend some time this week thinking about it, all right? Thinking about what you want to move forward with, but listen, I'm gonna just real quick point that out because I'm gonna get to that soon, but again, at the end of this week, we do have that major eclipse in your 11th house. That is your house of friends, networking. It's very social, organizations you belong to, but it is the hopes and dreams. Now, it is all about the people in your life who can possibly help you manifest your dreams. So that may resonate with some Cancers if you are in a position where you are trying to go down a certain path and there have been friends or network, you know, colleagues, whoever, who have promised you certain things and it wasn't as good as it turned out. Recognize that and try to figure out a solution to make yourself feel better moving forward. This is all about moving forward, all right? Excuse me. The moon. Okay. Listen. It may be an emotional week for you. I'm not going to lie. I was getting a lot of emotional energy here, and then this just confirms it. This is really, it is going to be an emotional week for you. And not in a bad way, but in a way where you recognize it, okay? You recognize your emotions. It's, you know, a lot of people are scared of seeing the moon, the full moon. Funnily enough, the solar eclipse, the new moon solar eclipse happening this weekend. But anyway, this really, at the end of the day, honestly, Cancer, it's about evolution. Look, the dog and the wolf, okay? It's about transformation. And so this, obviously the moon comes out at night. And one thing, Cancer, one thing that I'm picking up on is a lot of you are going to bed with these negative thoughts and with these thoughts of, you know, doubt, okay? Let's flip the way you think about that, okay? Go to bed with, like, let's say that you go to bed like, oh gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Flip that and just think, I'm so excited for this to work. I cannot wait for it to work out and I'm ready, all right? It helps so much, just like that tiny way that you twist the way you think of things. Now, oh gosh, I'm almost at the 20-minute mark. Sorry, this is going really long. Okay, so you also got the 7 of Swords. So here we go. You have the 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords. What story is this telling right now? Okay, so let me just hold all these up again. Let me just make sure they're in order. Okay, they're in order now. Moving away from turbulent times, but there is a point where you may feel like, and it's not even a feel, but I think that you have this fear that people are going to deceive you. You have a fear that people may be dishonest to you. But then also, like, at the same time, like, I am getting the energy, some Cancer feel like you're going to disappoint yourself. Listen, this is all about, remember, spending time this week to balance things out And that's, when I say balance, when I say cut out all the things you don't need, I mean physically, mentally, emotionally, all right? Remember, this is a huge karmic card. And you need to get in a place where you don't have to worry, okay? You got the Six of Swords. You're moving into a really good place. This is you not wanting to confront some emotions. And it may be an emotional week, but you have to. And this is, look, that's you, the little crayfish coming out, confronting the moon. So, I hope that gives you some inspiration. Listen, this is a big fear of yours, but listen, it shouldn't dictate how you approach life, okay? Lastly, and maybe you're gonna love this, so you ended up getting the Seven of Wands as well. I was just seeing if there's something later. Seven of Wands. So, lastly, this is sort of the final outcome. You may have to defend yourself this week, and you should be prepared for that, because you're not in a bad way, but in a way where people may come for you, or you may think people are coming for you, or you may feel a little sensitive about the way people think about you. And this is especially if you are moving into a new place in your life, maybe a promotion, maybe a marriage, or just anything like new that's happening in your life, or just a new way of thinking. But in any case, you may feel that people are coming after you in some way. They're actually jealous of you, okay? Listen, you are in a good place. You are in a good place, all right? So, it may be unexpected, but remember, we have that eclipse this weekend, so it may be closer to the weekend. But listen, stand your ground. Be true to yourself. Know who you are. And if it's someone who has maybe been dishonest to you, or someone who, offered you something or promised you something that wasn't exactly what it was, like, make changes and cut them out, okay? Cancer, really, this is going to be an emotional week, I'm not going to lie, but, and not to, like, all lives matter you, but there's so much happening this week for all the signs. This is definitely, it's more of an emotional journey for you, unlike other signs. I mean, this is a busy week just astrologically for everyone, but for you, it is very emotional, and it is like a lot of shifting in your mindset. Yeah, but listen, you're going to be all right. You're going to be great. It's just, I think that you'll feel the intensity of a little more emotional output than normal, but that comes with eclipses, okay? I'm not gonna lie. And then remember, we have so many planets, well, 4, but so much activity in Pisces right now, and that is, all about mind expansion, like I said. So spend some time thinking about what you want in your life and what you don't, and make some changes. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like and subscribe. I can't even say that word. And I will see you next week, Cancer. Thanks so much for tuning in. Okay, let me see if I can... Why is this not...